here we're going to talk about books. We're going to talk about media. I was thinking about doing like Reddit stories of like people's hot takes of
Oh,
like
I
books
feel
and
like that would be
media.
fun.
I think that would be fun. Reading
Yeah.
people's reviews and guessing who it belongs to, what movie.
Oh, yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, yeah.
That would be fun.
We'll talk about whatever we feel like. We're invested
Exactly.
introverts. Hey guys, welcome to the Introverted Podcast, which it's called Invested Introverts. I'm Logan, that's Riley, and I'm more of the extroverted introvert, so you might hear me talk a little bit more than Riley, but much love. We are like siblings. We found out we
Yeah.
have the same glasses
Yeah,
as
just
my
now,
dog
like
is
five
barking in the
minutes ago.
background. Yeah. So this is our first podcast. My first podcast. Is this your first podcast?
I've dabbled in it a couple of times, but this is the first one I've like really put effort into.
And we decided because we are close siblings, non-siblings. I call him my little brother because I'm older
Yeah.
by like a few months, but we're the same age. We
Yeah.
decided since we're both interested in like talking about different stuff, let's do this together because we're buddies. We talked about this on his birthday, which was I had so much fun talking about random stuff. And this podcast, first episode, is about getting to know us. So, Riley, what's your background in this space?
I actually went to school for this. I did a lot of video production in like high school, and I continued it throughout college. So this is very much in my wheelhouse. And I took an entire podcasting class I want to say the first semester of my senior year, and we
Are you
had to make our
serious?
own. Yeah, we had to make
That's
our own
cool.
podcast. So it was. If anyone knows me, I had my own YouTube channel, which was basically just me talking about books. So that podcast was very much just a continuation of that. It was just a reason for me to continue talking about books. And during that entire thing, I really enjoyed the podcasting format because it allowed me to. It was a very minimalist format because you don't need like a big setup to do this, and it was just easier to do a podcast in a college dorm as opposed to like, finding a place to record, putting all the lighting and all that stuff together. So this just happened to be the easier format that I find just the the best to make content with.
So I have a different background. I've never re I listen to podcasts here and there. Like I used to be obsessed with this one by this husband and wife, and they would talk about like cryptids and stuff, and I love like true crime and stuff. Not like I'm obsessed with like the murderers and stuff. Like I'm interested in the impact on the victims and like people who actually like take care of the victims and like raise money to be like, here go to the victims' families and stuff. But I went to school for theater, specifically musical theater with concentration in theater, concentration in musical theater, minor American Sign Language. I've done a few film things, media related here and there. My first voice teacher did a cover of like Blackbird. I was in that. And then during COVID, like towards the end of it, I was an extra in a TV show pilot. I don't even know if my face is in that pilot, but
Mhm.
it was really fun. And I personally love film. I love media. And we're doing this because we love books, media, all that jazz. And we're going
Exactly.
to talk about it. So we found some questions. Actually, Riley found the questions. I was not doing anything. I was probably taking a nap or doing like Uber Eats or Instacart or something. And Riley's like, I got this because he's a king.
Exactly.
And found the questions. And then I found some questions to get to know us, like me asking, like, what's your background? So both of us, we were literally talking on his birthday about Percy Jackson and different
For
movies and stuff. And I was like, what if we do a podcast?
And then we decided to jump on it. I created all of the background visuals and all that stuff because you know, that's what I enjoy doing. And honestly, I made all that. I legitimately made all that at at close to midnight. I went home from work one day and like I said, I like doing that to relax. So for a solid maybe 45 minutes to an hour, I was just typing away, trying to figure out the visuals and stuff. And just a heads up, it may change as the podcast develops, but for right now, I'm very happy with it. I know. Are you very happy with what I came up
I
with?
am. I am not a graphic designer. I have fun with Canva once in a while.
Mhm.
I literally just came up with like ideas of the title while I'm literally sitting in my mom's car because no one lets me drive their cars. I respect it. They pay for it. I'm a
Mhm.
passenger princess at this moment. And I was like, oh, I have these ideas. And Riley did a lot while I was doing Instacart and Uber Eats because that's my summer job. And you have two jobs currently.
Yeah, yeah.
So he
I'm.
does it in between. And
Mhm.
we met at one of these jobs.
Yeah,
Actually, I don't work there anymore for reasons that I'm not going to get into. Maybe
yeah.
later, who knows? But
Hmm.
we worked, you still work there. We met at an amusement park. We started at the same exact time,
Yeah,
and now I don't work there anymore. You still work there.
yeah. And it's to be completely honest, now that I have my second job, I am fully willing to admit that this will probably be my last season. Honestly, I'm just gonna Irish goodbye. There's not even gonna be there's maybe three or four people that I'm going to actually tell, but otherwise, I'm just gonna go ghost and no one's gonna hear from me
Yeah.
from
On
the
my
other
last
job.
day working, my
No.
last few days were rough.
Yeah.
But we're trying to be positive. So
Yeah,
Riley and
exactly.
are still friends. Riley and I, we check up on each other. So like, even though my situation with that job is like ended, we are very good friends. Riley is very caring. Is like, "Are you good? Are you good, sis?" I'm like, "No."
Yeah.
But then he once in a while tells me like how he feels, and he's like, "I'm sorry." I'm like, "Dude, like, you've
Mhm.
had to deal with my
Yeah,
stuff in the
honestly,
beginning.
we've helped each other. We just lean on each other, and it is very much helpful that we have each other.
It's very family,
Yeah,
siblings."
yeah. So now that that's out of the way, let's get to the questions, I guess. All right,
Okay, the
cool.
first question of this book tag that you found, it says, "How many books is too many books in a book series?"
Okay, personally for me, I think
Okay,
between 3 and 5 is
three
like
and
this
five.
the sweet spot because I really love trilogies. I really loved R.F. Kuang's The Poppy War trilogy. That
Oh,
those
you've
three
read
books,
that?
yes, I
Oh
have.
my God.
I love trilogies. I don't mind longer book series, but
Mhm.
like I really have to be like invested if it's like 5 or 6 books. But if it's like 3 books and I really enjoy them, I love a good trilogy. I'm not opposed to like duologies or standalones, but I think a trilogy is my like favorite format for a series.
I was about to ask you, are you a standalone or series guy?
I
Clearly,
don't-
you were saying it sounds like you're more of like a series dude.
yeah,
Love
I
series.
prefer series. I don't like I said, I don't mind standalone books, but I'd rather do a series than
Okay.
standalone.
Okay. This is tricky because I am trying to read all of Rick Riordan. I say Riordan like Jordan.
All right. I say Riordan.
You say Riordan. When we meet him, and we'll
Yeah,
do a podcast episode about that, we will
yes.
ask him. Or
I
maybe we
s-
should look up an interview how he
yeah.
says his name.
Well,
That might be.
I kind of flip between Reardon and Riordan. I mostly say Reardon because I listen to the audiobooks and that's how they basically pronounce it, like at the beginning when they announce the
Oh,
title. That's pretty much how they pronounce it. So that's what I've always used.
I think I ignore it because I listen to books at three times speed.
Yeah,
Um, Books in a series. Well, I feel like I'm gonna say Rick Riordan. He has like a lot of interconnecting series.
he
So you got
does.
the first set, we have The Last Olympian.
And
Then we
then we
have
got
Heroes Olympus.
yeah,
And then you have
Kane
Nico and
Chronicles.
Will.
Yeah,
And
Kane
then you have the Kane
Chronicles.
Chronicles, which I
Mag
hate, you like.
okay,
Magnus Chase,
Magnus Chase. Yeah,
uh the senior year series with
yeah.
Annabeth, Crover,
Hmm.
and Percy. So it really depends what I don't have a max. I don't think I do because I think I'll be reading Rick Riordan. I'm sorry, sir. I can't read phonetically. It's okay. I think I'm gonna be reading that series till I'm in my grave, to be honest.
Same. Same.
So I don't have a limit. I also like manga, and manga, like they
Okay.
go in, they have so many volumes.
Yeah.
Like the current manga I'm reading, Spy X Family. Well, I'm not currently reading it, but the series is going on. It's
Mhm.
like on 13, volume 13, but it's small. So
Yeah.
I don't have a limit. Next, how do you feel about cliffhangers? I want to start with this.
Okay, go for
Cliffhangers,
it.
some books, cliffhangers, I love it. Like you leave it for the imagination of the reader. Other times, I don't feel it. Some books I read because I don't do enough. I read books to completion and I'm just like, why did you leave me here? Like it's like it depends. I think I like cliffhangers.
Yeah. So as far as I'm concerned, I do enjoy cliffhangers. I think my favorite ending from the Percy Jackson series in general is Mark of Athena's ending. I love that ending.
That
But
ending's
like in
crazy.
general, I'm kind of the same way with you. It kind of depends on how the cliffhanger like ends. And I think I overall enjoy cliffhangers, but I think it's more how they're executed is depending on like how much enjoyment I get out of the ending.
No, I agree because I just reread that.
Mhm.
Okay, next. Hardback or paperback? This is very, people get angsty about
I
this.
know they do. So, you mind if I take this one first?
No, go, 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 go.
Okay. So, as far as paperback versus hardback, I switch between the two, but I do have a personal preference for
Oh my God, yeah.
paperback. But I I can read both, but I kind of prefer paperback. Just because just because A, it's
Okay,
cheaper and it's just easier than carrying like a bulky book around all the time. I always have one in my backpack a lot of the time.
no,
So
I know. I've seen it.
I'd rather have paperback over hardback.
I disagree with you so much. I can read either or like you, but
Mhm.
I prefer hardback because I take off the like little book sleeve, right?
Oh
Then
yeah,
I
the dust jacket.
I put in my book buddy, which I carry. I have a dog one, I have a Stitch one, I have I have a little bag I just put it in. Like I take it off, I put it in there to protect it, and I just love the feeling of a hardback.
Okay.
But like certain series, if I get it in one, I want to have the whole series in that.
Oh,
Like
in hot.
the
Okay.
Twisted Tale series, the Disney Twisted Tales, it's like, what if Rapunzel's powers could kill, which is the literally the
Oh,
concept
okay.
of Tangled the series, which is so
Yeah.
good. That's literally her other side of her power.
Yeah.
And that's all hardback. And there's like 12 books. And I just take off the dust
Yeah.
jacket
Take off the
and
dust
I
jacket.
carry it and I don't care that I have a heavy book because that's life. I also have a Kindle.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and I listen to audiobooks. Like I have many different versions.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one, favorite book. Do you have a name of your favorite book of all time? Do you know? Give me two. Give me
I
one
knew.
from each genre. I'm
Oh God,
kidding.
I know this was on there, but I
You
completely
didn't think
blanked
about
on
it.
what my
You're not
favorite book is.
prepared. You don't
Okay.
have an qu answer that p you tell people. Like
Okay.
one that you
Off.
tell people that you're not embarrassed of, one that you give to someone as a gift. Like there's one book I always give to people as a gift if I want them to read because a lot of people don't read.
Yeah. No,
Or maybe
I
they
know.
do secretly. I could be wrong. I don't know everything. I'm not perfect. You don't have an I have a few. Uh I'm gonna say my favorite book of all time has to
Okay.
be the book I have a quote from tattooed on my ribs. My first ever tattoo.
Hmm.
Stargirl by Jerry Spinelli. I did not watch the movie. I will never watch the movie because I have a certain idea of Stargirl, but like pop off to the queen who got Stargirl instead
Hmm.
of me, even though I didn't audition and I was too old for the role at that time.
Ah,
But Stargirl, it says she was elusive, she was today, she was tomorrow, something in that order.
mm,
And I was gonna get this giant paragraph about a butterfly on a cork board, and my mom said, no, Logan. And so that is a book that has stuck with me for years. That is my favorite book that I read in like fifth grade that I recommend to everyone. But then whenever I give someone a book, I give them the Westing game, which I don't think it has good representation of like Asians, I think
okay.
because the mother, she is a thief.
Oh God.
And I think she also might speak in
Yeah.
broken English. I could be wrong. Uh, yeah, but I give that to people because I love the mystery. And after I read it, my mom used to read it with her fifth grade class when
Uh,
I left fifth grade and she went to fifth grade.
yeah.
And she also read Stargirl.
Okay. So if the thing with this is I read so many series, so I have series that I really love, but like
Okay.
it's if I had to pick one at the moment, my favorite book is it's kind of a hard one. Christopher Paolini's Murtagh. I really
Okay.
enjoy that book because I
You
really love Murtagh's character
okay.
and the Aragon series in general, and I really wanted more exploration on Murtagh, so it was really cool to have a chance for him to like get his own series and get like a deeper like view of his world. So
Mhm.
that's the one book I really enjoy at the moment and is probably up on my top favorite list.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Next is least favorite book. Can you answer this, Riley? Can you go
Yeah,
first?
this I have a little more of a definitive answer on. It's between I think Ready Player 2 by Ernest Cline and weirdly enough, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Really?
So
I've never read it.
The reason for Hitchhiker is it's more of like an absurdist story, an absurdist sci-fi, which I can understand why people like it. I can understand the appeal. But personally, I'm more of like a hardcore sci-fi guy. So
No, I know.
I didn't enjoy it's not that I didn't enjoy that book, but like it wasn't my taste. I didn't like I'm glad I still read it, but the absurdist thing was definitely not what I wanted at that moment. On the hot seat, least favorite book. Go.
Oh my God. I have a lot because like I said, I don't DNF books.
Hmm.
There's this one book that I read and I thought it was like, oh my God, pro transgender people. And I was like, oh my God, I love the LGBTIAQ.
Yeah.
Wait, I got this. LGBTQIA plus community. I love them with all my heart. I'm born in Pride Month. I'm a
Mhm.
very happy ally who educates myself with literature, nonfiction. And I thought it was trans positive, and it was not. It was so bad. And like they were misgendering this one character and didn't use the proper like pronouns till the end when they started presenting how they are. And I was like, that's gross. And then it's a Colleen Hoover book that
Oh.
has ASL in it. And I don't like Colleen Hoover. My mom said because she used to work at a bookstore that her writing was better like a while ago. But I wanted to try Colleen Hoover and I saw it had deaf slash hard of hearing representation, which I think is so important to have representation. But I don't know if she did any research on it, and it was just so weird. And the love interest, is like, you can talk when he literally told her through text that he went through speech therapy and his trauma. And that really rubbed me the wrong way as a ally of that community because I went to school and my one teacher was deaf and came from a family who some people were deaf, and then my other teacher was hard of hearing, and I am not a perfect representation. I know everything. I just felt weird about the representation, and it made me feel uncomfy. And I don't know if she did any research. Like there wasn't like, oh, I talked to a deaf author, they had an input. No idea. So it made me feel weird.
Yeah. Logan, for anyone who's listening, can you say the title of the book?
Oh my God. I have to search for it. Maybe someday. I literally blocked that title out of my brain for so long. And I had a friend slash acquaintance read it and was like, Logan, what are you talking about? I was like, it's fine. Maybe I'm sensitive.
Yeah,
Maybe I just don't like ableism. But like, I'm constantly learning, trying to be better. I
yeah,
could be wrong. Other people can have opinions. So
exactly.
next, six. Why did I say the number? Who knows? It says love triangles, yes or no.
All right, can I take this one
Uh,
first?
yes, yeah, go
Oh,
ahead. You have a strong opinion about this?
I absolutely hate them. I know we talked about this on my birthday. The whole
Oh my God, yeah.
Sadie and Walt Anubis triangle in King Chronicles for the last two books absolutely drives me nuts.
That's why
I'm
I hate the
sorry.
Kane
Yeah,
Chronicles.
I'm sorry. I'm like, why it derail
I
like
blocked out Walt's name when we were talking about it, if you noticed, because I didn't
yeah,
like him.
yeah. Like it's derailing so much from what Carter's doing and the overall conflict of the series. And it's like, why are we focusing on this and not, the world-ending serpent who's trying to eat the sun? Like, there's
Yeah,
so many more important things to deal with than this. But like,
so true.
okay, here's my thing. I like
Okay,
series that don't revolve around the love triangle. So that's why I don't like the last two King Chronicles books. But some of my favorite series, they're action oriented, but they have kind of a the romance thing doesn't even take out that much. It's there,
yeah,
but it's not the central thing. That's my
I
that's
have,
my stance
yeah,
on that.
okay. I also hate love triangles. I
Hmm.
hate them with a burning passion. I feel the same about the Kang Chronicles. In my headcanon, which we talked about, I she's with Anubis because I was obsessed with Anubis and I was like,
Hmm.
yeah, in my headcanon, that didn't happen. She's with Anubis. Also, in this thing, it talks about Hunger Games, this little I think it's a blog post,
Yeah,
and
it
I
is.
am a PETA girl. I'm a PETA stan. I think Gail is whiny. And
Yeah,
I don't
no,
think that
I
love
tend to agree
triangle
with
was
you.
really a love triangle. I think Gail was whiny and like a brother, and he didn't know his place.
Oh yeah,
I
no,
stand by
I
that.
absolutely agree. And that's the one thing about the Hunger Games. I get the whole love triangle thing, but like that's one of those series where I think it was done well because it had a deeper point in the series, but it didn't like overshadow everything
So
else.
true.
Yeah.
But then they also tried to do that with Songbirds and Snakes, a tiny little love triangle.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah.
I hate President Snow. I hate him in Songbirds and Snakes. I
Hmm.
was very angsty. We talked about this. Maybe we'll talk about the Hunger Games
Oh
and
yeah,
like the
yeah,
films and the
definitely.
franchise.
Yeah.
But that little love triangle didn't care for it. I like President Snow's like bestie, fake bestie more
Oh
than
yeah,
him. I'm a
Sejanus.
yeah. We're love triangle haters. I also romance, it depends on the day. Like
Hmm.
sometimes I'm like, okay, I'll just put on an audiobook of romance and I do have some like romance authors on my bookshelves you can't see. But no, thank you.
Yeah,
Next.
that's before we jump to the next question. Uh, as far as like romance, I am you know this. I'm proud asexual, so I fully just don't care for it too much. But a lot of the series I read have like romance subplots, and depending on how like in depth it is, it kind of skeeves me out sometimes. Like
Fair enough.
I'm reading what am I listening to? The Long Walk by Stephen King, and there are
Mhm.
some weird scenes where I'm like, oh, that's a little much. Yeah,
That's Stephen King for you,
yeah,
from what I've heard.
yeah.
No, yeah, certain parts of like when it gets really like I read Deep End by Ali Hazelwood and everyone's like, "Oh my God, it's so intense." I was like, "No, it's not."
Mhm.
And I was still in a relationship when I was reading it. RIP that relationship. But like it really sometimes it's just like too much. I'm like, why
Yeah.
is it like this? Uh, I am not asexual. I am a heterosexual cisgender woman. So,
All right.
but I respect asexual, that whole spectrum. But like, yeah, sometimes it does skeeve you out. Like I'm on your side. Sometimes it's like, why is that there? I didn't
Yeah.
need this.
Okay. Now that we had that tangent, what's the next question?
Okay. Number seven. The most recent book you couldn't finish.
Okay. The most recent book I couldn't finish.
Are
Um,
you a DNFer? Do you like
okay.
say no thank you?
Okay. Here's my thing. I have not really DNF'd, but what I'll do is I'll put it aside and I'll get to something else, and I do plan on finishing whatever I interrupt. But I will confess I am very much a mood reader. So if I'm not feeling something, I will put it aside. And I think the most recent book I did that for was I, Robot.
Oh,
I was trying to
that's
read
funny. I
it.
was gonna get you that book for your birthday.
I tried to read through that, and it is a good book, and I do plan on finishing it at some point, but I couldn't get it through it. I don't know. I don't feel like I was feeling it at the moment, so I just kind of put it aside, and I started reading something else. I forget what I interrupted it with, but yeah, that was what I did.
I get so like I've read a lot of books this year. I read a lot of books. I'm a mood reader, but I'm also just like a reader.
Mm.
But I get sidetracked because I
Oh,
read multiple books at the same time. I read like 3 to 4 books at the same time. Sometimes. Sometimes minimum is like I read one. And I'm in the middle of a book called Dissolved, and it's a murder mystery, and it's good. It's just I get distracted and I forget what I was reading, and it's really good. And it's set in Europe, but I don't DNF books. I don't have that willpower. I finish it and then I'm like, I hate this book,
yeah.
which is such a bad habit. Like, why am I reading
Yeah,
stuff
if
I
you're
don't
not
enjoy?
enjoying it, yeah. All right.
Just to help me
What's
feel.
yeah.
Okay, next book. It says a book you're currently reading. It's
So
Dissolved.
so I am in the middle of Song of Achilles right now.
Really?
So yeah, I'm about maybe a little over 50% of the way through that. And then I'm also reading The Long Walk because I want to go into they're making the movie for that. So I want to go
Oh,
into that movie and like do a comparison. But those are the two I'm reading right now, and I'm also in the middle of a graphic novel called Ennead, which is like an Egyptian mythology thing graphic novel that I've been reading the last like I want to say like year and a half. It's pretty good.
oh,
So I finally got the latest volume 4 for that, and I'm slowly making my way through it.
chugging along.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm currently reading on my Kindle Dissolved, and then I have some audiobooks of nonfiction, like people's life stories. I also like to listen to audiobooks for nonfiction recently of just like different important matters in life.
Mhm.
Like I read this really good I read different books about like Black Lives Matter movements and uh about people's lives, actors I care about, people who have faced tragedy but overcome it. And I'm like, wow, these people are amazing. And I learned so much from the nonfiction books that educate me about different movements. Um, because I want to self-educate instead of
Mhm.
asking all my questions. And it's really interesting, those books. But I'm currently reading Dissolved. I don't know who the author is off the top of my head. It's on my
Okay.
Goodreads.
What's after that?
Next, it says last book you recommended to someone. Oh my
Uh
God.
Shoot. What was
Shoot.
it?
Oh my God. What do I recommend to people?
That's
I
when
don't even
I'm
know.
trying to remember what I did.
I don't know.
Yeah, I recommend um The Greenbone Saga by Fonda Lee. I recommend that a
Really?
lot. Yeah, I read that.
Oh, you've never recommended that to me.
I
I guess you have other friends. It's crazy.
yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I literally don't leave my house except to Uber Eats.
Yeah.
Not getting Uber Eats, doing
Like
that,
that was one I recommend a lot. Also, like we talked about before, The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. I really
which
recommend
I've
that a
never read.
lot. I That's a
You've
really
also
good
didn't
series. And
see, these are books I'm like learning that you have read and recommend.
mhm.
I guess
And
you're
then
like Logan, you're a reader, so
yeah,
you'll get to it.
yeah. And also I recommend her book Babel a lot. Great
Really?
book. Yes.
I read
It was really good.
Yellowface.
I have I have not read that, but that's on my list.
That's oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah. My
It was my
mom's
first one of it. Your mom's reading it?
no, my mom's read it before for her own book club.
Oh my
Uh
God, yeah. Queen.
yeah, yeah. But I have not gotten to it yet. I want to, and it's on my list, but I just haven't had, the time between
Yeah.
everything to get to it.
You're working so hard. You're working so much. Um,
Exactly.
what's the book I read? Oh my God. Whenever I get people like books, if they like Disney, I'm always like Twisted Tale series. I pick them out the one like if they have a certain Disney character, usually Disney princess. Like both of my close friends, Krissa and Kat, I think I got them both, or maybe just one of them, the Twisted Tail Rapunzel one. I've gotten a friend the Snow White one because I love that series as a whole, and they have different authors. What else do I recommend? Oh my God. It really depends. There's like books I read when I was little that I recommend to people because the books I read now, I note down the trigger warnings because sometimes I read things that can be triggering to different people. So I write down the trigger warnings and certain friends have different triggers. Me too, Queen. So Twisted Tail, The Westing Game, Stargirl because I love Stargirl. I love Jerry Spinelli. Um, I think that's it. But I have tons of books on my shelves. I just don't recommend people
Mhm.
other things. Oh, I sometimes recommend different queer books, like queer authors that are like multi because I have graphic novels about different own stories and those are
Okay.
really good and I let people borrow those. But
Yeah. So what's that?
that's it.
What
So the
what
oldest
question
book
are we
you've
on now?
read, oldest
Oldest
book
book.
you've read, it's 10.
Oh God. Okay. Hold on. Shoot.
I am a actor, so I read Shakespeare. Sometimes in my free time, I haven't read a play in a while, but like Shakespeare, I've read A Picture of Dorian Gray, I've read
Mhm.
Frankenstein, on my own volition because some people read it in school.
Yeah.
But my oldest has to be like Shakespeare or like a Greek tragedy, one of those plays by like Socrates or like
Yeah.
Antigone. That's that Oedipus trilogy. I've only
Yeah.
read it
Yeah.
Antigone, maybe Oedipus.
Mhm. As
Do you
far as
know?
um, not off the top of my head, I would have to look it up when that was written. But as far as mine, it's I have a couple. I would have to like look up the dates,
Mhm.
but it would probably be something like Philip K. Dick's Man in the High Castle.
Okay. I don't know what
I,
that is, but sure.
it's a I'll talk about it later, but that's a pretty old book that I've read. I've read other books, but I like don't remember the release dates right off the top of my head.
Have you read Odysseus? Is it Odysseus? The Iliad?
The so about that, I have a copy of the Iliad, but I'm reading. I'm waiting for
I mean
Christopher
the
Nolan's.
Odyssey.
No, I'm gonna. So I am going to get a copy of that at some point because Christopher Nolan's doing an adaptation of that.
I've
So
heard.
when that comes out, I'm going to read that before it comes out, obviously. And
Yeah.
I was trying to find an audiobook version of the Iliad to, tandem read with Song of Achilles. But I couldn't find, I don't know if I'm looking in the wrong place or what. I couldn't find like the same translation of what I have. So I'd rather
Oh, that's
find that version so I'm not, confused at where I am in the story.
mm.
But yeah.
Oh,
Uh
I read Beowulf
oh yeah, I had to read that.
in school. I read a part of
Yeah.
it.
We had to read that too in like fifth or sixth grade whenever we did it.
I think I read it in like I think I read it in like sixth grade, you're right. Or like high school.
Yeah,
Okay,
whenever it
next one.
was.
It says newest book you've read.
The newest book I read that Okay, what am I thinking? Shoot.
I have mine I have it off the top of my head. I was so excited to get this book, to find it in person. I searched for it. I looked at a Barnes and Noble for it, and it was in Maryland, or like
Mhm.
no, it was in Delaware. It's because it was on my birthday, and they didn't have it, but it was really weirdly it had very odd books, and I was like, oh my God, it's gonna be here. Wasn't there? It's the Murder in the Dressing Room. It's about a London drag queen who finds the owner, drag queen, drag mother, murdered in her dressing room. And
Mhm.
it took me a bit to read it, but I was so excited, and it's going to be a series, and it's by Holly Starr, I believe. I looked for this everywhere, and then I found it in Books a Million. I was so excited. I think it was published in June 2025.
I'm trying to think. As far as like the newest book I've gotten, I think the newest book I know right off the top of my head I've gotten is shoot, Sunrise on the Reaping.
Okay, that's published this year. Yeah.
Yeah, that was I think the
Uh,
newest book that I've gotten. Like
that's
most of my
that's
books I've had been released a while ago, but that's like the
mhm.
one book I know that I 100% have gotten from this year.
And it's from this year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, favorite author. Do you have a favorite author, Riley? You're sitting back, you're like, I don't have this. See, I think about this. Like, what are the authors
Oh
I love?
man.
Like, I love Marissa Meyer.
Hmm.
I love, oh my God. Like I said, I love Terry Spinelli. I love the authors in Twisted Tale. Who else do I love? I think those are the ones on the, oh my God. Oh my God. Nicole. No, wait, that's not her name. The book's in front of me. I just got this last week, and it took me a bit to for it to come in. I pre-ordered it. It's Accomplice to the Villain, book three of the series, The Assistant to Villain, and this is by Hannah Nicole Mayer. But Mayer, I'm sorry if I say your last name, Queen. I love you. But this author, I love her. I love her TikTok series. I think she's funny. So I love her. Marissa Meyer. Other people, there's romance authors that are popular that I like, but I gotta say, those are the ones that I really love. Oh my God, Rick Riordan. Rick
Obviously,
Riordan.
yeah. Yeah.
I didn't say that. I love him
Mhm.
with all my heart. Yeah.
So, as far as me, my top one at the moment is got to be Pierce Brown for his Red Rising series.
Oh, I've heard people like that. I
It's
have no
so
idea what that's
good.
about.
It's like a military space opera sort of thing.
Um,
It's really good. A lot of like interesting political commentary and stuff like that, but I love his writing style. He's got so many good gut-wrenching moments in his series that I absolutely love. So at the moment, he's probably my top author, and he's got his final book in the Red Rising series,
I was
Red
gonna
God.
ask, is it done?
He's got the final book coming out hopefully sometime next summer. That's like the window we were given, but
Yeah.
we'll see if he actually sticks to that or if it's getting pushed back or whatever.
The thing is, I need to read more sci-fi. I I think I read diversely, but I don't read enough sci-fi.
Well, if you
Okay,
need
so
some recommendations, I've got a couple that you
I
might
probably
enjoy.
do. We do a whole podcast episode recommending different
Yeah,
genres to
yes,
each other, and
definitely.
then you have to read it. It will be part two to give a review. Okay,
Yes.
next one. Buying or borrowing books?
Okay.
Riley, do you have this in your brain? Do you know
Yeah,
buying or borrowing books?
I normally buy
Okay.
just because obviously it's fun to put everything in a bookshelf just to see everything together, but
Yeah.
also with now that I've started book talk and booktube and everything, I've gotten really into like highlighting stuff, and I'd rather just have my own copy that I can annotate and stuff and not have to worry about, returning it on time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just prefer to buy it because I can, annotate it and do all that sort of stuff so I can remember what I wanted to talk about.
Got it. I don't annotate my books. I don't want to write in my book. I only write in scripts.
Okay.
Writing my book's not a thing. But I am also a buyer, though I recently, not recently, but like the beginning of the year, when I was going through stuff, I renewed my library card. And
Oh,
so I
nice.
have Libby. So I borrow a lot of audiobooks. That's where I get my nonfiction. And I also have Audible and I listen through Spotify. Though Spotify does not give you enough hours to listen to books, and I still
Oof.
listen to three times speed, and it makes me upset. But I love buying books. I love having bookshelves. I have many bookshelves. I still don't have enough space for my books.
Same.
And I want a giant library in the future, in my future home,
Yes,
like a
yes,
giant library
absolutely.
room. But I do love buying books. I do borrow, but not as much as I should because local libraries should be used more. But sometimes I can't find the books I really want at the library.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
That's the thing.
If you're looking for certain things, like you said, sometimes they won't have it, or sometimes you have to like you have to wait for it to come in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which,
yeah.
like, I'll wait, but I feel like I want a two-story local library, and
Oh,
I
yes,
I think that would be
yes.
nice.
That would be fun.
And then I would just like sit and read there, but I also don't have a car. So, but like I buy my books. Next, a book you dislike that everyone else seems to love.
So, like I said, I kind of talked about this earlier. Hitchhiker's Guide. Um,
Okay, yeah.
Again, we talked about this earlier. It's one of those books where I can see why people enjoy it. It's got a lot of funny moments but it's again absurdist sci-fi, which isn't necessarily my, you know, enjoy like what I enjoy as far as sci-fi. Like I said, I'm
hmm
more of like a hardcore military science sort of reader for sci-fi, but I can understand why people enjoy it.
See, I don't have a book. I don't like Colleen Hoover. The
Mhm.
one book I read put a bad taste in my mouth, and then I also watched videos of people reviewing her books. And so I'm not a big fan of her. But like there's no real popular book that oh my God, I do know. I know, wait, I just realized it's a retelling of Romeo and Juliet. I forget who it's by, but I don't like it. I don't like retellings of Romeo and Juliet. There's also this another book that I can't even think of the names because I blocked these out. There's this another one that's like Gossip Girl, but in Europe. And I'm just like, I don't like it. But it really has to be. What is this book? It's a Romeo and Juliet retelling. I'll have to look this up. And oh my God, it's in. I think I found it because I don't like Romeo and Juliet. These
Oh,
Violent Delights. I don't like it.
I think I've heard of that.
Like some parts were really interesting, but I hate Romeo and Juliet.
Valid.
I don't like the miscommunication trope.
Okay,
I'm like, well, you can easily fix this. I'm like, you're just making this a problem when it doesn't need to be.
exactly.
Communication is key. Next, bookmarks or dog ears.
Okay,
That's very important.
okay. I will say this with my full chest. I
Chess.
cannot stand dog ear. I cannot. I will use basically anything for a bookmark. Anything that I can easily slip into the book, I will use. I've used Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I've used Magic the Gathering. I've used literal, yeah, I have. And I've
I
used
believe you.
regular bookmarks, but I cannot dog ear pages. I will like stick the dust jacket if I'm reading a physical book into the spot if it's far enough
hmm
if it's early enough into the book and it's not gonna look weird. Like I'll do
Okay.
that, but I will do everything I can to not dog ear pages.
I dog ear if I have to, if I lose my bookmark. But I have tons of bookmarks.
All
I have
right.
so many bookmarks. I am constantly buying bookmarks. If you ever get me a book, you should get me a bookmark because I love bookmarks. People go
Noted.
like fa my family members like go to places like to visit, and sometimes they bring me back a bookmark, and it's kind of funny. Or they bring me back pins because I love pins. But
Oh.
I have so many bookmarks. I have a container because I saw on TikTok people getting like a vase that looks like a book and putting bookmarks in it.
Oh,
I
that's
have
great.
that
Nice.
on my bookshelf. I have magnetic ones, which some people hate. My mom hates the magnetic ones. I have ones that you can color. I have ones you can write what book you're reading when you finish it, the stars.
Okay.
I have so many different bookmarks.
Yeah.
I sometimes make bookmarks. Haven't recently, but yeah.
Oh, nice.
Okay. A book you can always reread.
Okay. There's a couple actually for me, but
Okay.
one author
Hop
we
off.
haven't talked about, which I really love, is Owen Cofer and the Artemis Fowl series.
I know
That
of it. I
Yeah,
don't know that
that's
person.
that's one of those series where it's along with Percy Jackson is one of the two series that I really loved reading. And when I first started reading it, that series is really good. And every once in a while, if I'm just like in a reading slump or just want something familiar to do, I will go back and re-listen to that series. There's one
Mm,
book kind of toward the end, the second to last book that I'll skip because it's not my favorite book, but
okay.
otherwise I love that series as a whole.
Damn. You
Yeah.
skip books when you reread. I could
I,
never.
it's one of the it's a book that I don't find that interesting and then I can completely skip because I don't really care for it.
Okay. So there's not important plot events that you're missing. You just
Not
remember and like,
no, no, not really, no.
oh wow. Book critic. Okay,
Yeah.
mine is okay. I recently reread the Percy Jackson series and then read the other series that he added on.
Mhm.
And I can read that whenever. My Sister, the Vampire by Serena Mercer. I love that. That is my favorite childhood book series. It's about twins. And I'm trying to collect them all, but I'm also slowly rereading them. I only reread one book. It's like less than it's 160 pages. Like I can easily get through it. But I can read that whenever or any of like the Scholastic books I got at the book fair.
Okay.
The also Stargirl, of course, because I have a tattoo on my ribs of it. Also the Western Game. Things I tell people to read or give to them. Next, can you read while hearing music?
So I actually can.
Okay.
I will put on the I'll put on music a lot of the time, or if there's like something going on in the background, I can more or less read. I can read without with something in the background and not get too distracted. So I can fully like listen to music or listen to a TV show or whatever if something's on in the background.
Same here. I
Mm.
don't listen to music while I'm reading, but I can listen to something in the background. Like I listen to true crime in the background. I listen to people haul books or talk about books that they
Oh,
give like stars
yeah.
or even talk about controversies background or like controversies with different things or like giving deeper information about
Mhm.
different things or people telling stories about their lives because I love learning the lore of people. Love it. You're like, oh my God, this is my experience working here. I was like, I love it. Give me all your lore. Like that is in the background. Or
Mhm.
I just listen to nothing because my window is broken and it's always slightly open. So I listen to the planes outside
Okay.
and anything that's happening outside. You never know. It could be my
Mhm.
neighbors across the street jamming some Hispanic music. I respect it. It could be the German Shepherd next door. I also have a German Shepherd barking. I'm like, oh my God, it's a cute
Mhm.
dog. I respect it. I listen to it.
Yeah.
Now, we have one POV or multi POVs.
Okay.
What
You
do you
want to take this
prefer?
one first?
Me
Yeah.
or you want to take it?
You can take
Me. Oh
it
my God.
this one first.
So, first, I want to state something that is a little controversial to people I've talked to. I like first person POV. I like being in your head. I want to know your lore. I want to know your thoughts. Let me be in your head.
Hmm.
Though I've read one book that was in the character's head and it was popular in book talk. It's The Unliving of Jake. No, it's Jake Livingston, that book. I don't like that book for so many reasons, but I respect people who do but it scarred me a bit. but I like first person POV. I love third person limited.
Mhm.
But because I grew up on Percy Jackson, I love multi POV.
Yeah.
Give me all the POVs. Get me inside of Leo Valdez's head.
Yeah.
Let me jump in there. Let me know what Nico is feeling, what
Hmm.
Jason is feeling. I want to know.
Yeah.
But certain books, I don't need certain books. I can't stand like another POV. But like because of Percy Jackson, not Percy Jackson, Heroes of Olympus conditioned me to be like, okay, we're switching people's heads. And I'm like, okay, Papa, let me get inside their head. Though I needed a Nico POV
Oh,
for that one
yeah.
Hero Olympus. I needed it
Yeah.
so badly,
I know.
which we're hoping that it gets reflected somewhere.
Yeah. I know we talked about the the Cupid scene in
Yes,
shoot, what was it? Um was it
I can't even think. I
House of
think it was
Hades,
House
I'm
of
pretty sure.
Hades,
Yeah.
and like I we needed that POV.
I know. I
Without
like
spoiling it, we wanted a POV on Nico.
yeah,
We're
we
learning more about
absolutely
Nico though.
yeah, we
What are your
absolutely needed.
thoughts?
So,
One or multi?
okay. To be honest, I think like um it kind of depends on like the style of the book,
Okay.
but because I feel like with multiple characters, third person or multiple POVs, I'm okay with either, but to be completely honest, I prefer multiple POVs because I kind of like to have like a cast of characters as opposed to having just one character. But
Hmm.
I mean, I'll read books that have both a singular character we're following or multiple characters. But I kind of prefer multiple POVs overall.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you read a book in one sitting or over multiple days?
Okay. I I have to like I can't read a book in one day. As much as I read, and you know this, I don't think I could just sit down for like 5, 6 hours and finish a book. I feel like I would get
Hmm.
too bored and I would forget too much. Like I need a chance to, get up, move, do something and like think about and analyze whatever I just read. I can't do that if I'm just sitting down for like stretches at a time, just pushing through a book. I don't think I would have the time I would need to like fully understand or fully appreciate whatever I was reading.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
For me, it depends on the book. Like
Hmm.
mangas, I can finish in one sitting. Graphic novels, I can finish in one sitting. What else can I finish in one sitting? A lot of things I can finish in one sitting if I really take the time. But I usually take like 2 days minimum
Hmm.
to finish a book. Some books like I read at night when after I take my meds because I'm mentally ill and grateful for therapy. So I
Hmm.
like to make sure this is working, my ticker's working. So I can finish a book in one sitting. I can do it.
Okay.
But I think I have a puppy. I can't just sit. She's like she messes with things and I'm like, "Oh my God, Tinkerbell, what are you doing?" And she's only 4 months, so like I can't do that. And then I also need to earn money by doing the delivery services. But I definitely can finish a book in one sitting. Here, we're going to talk about books. We're going to talk about media. I was thinking about doing like Reddit stories of like people's hot takes of
Oh,
like
I
books
feel
and
like that would be
media.
fun.
I think that would be fun. Reading
Yeah.
people's reviews and guessing who it belongs to, what movie.
Oh, yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, yeah.
That would be fun.
We'll talk about whatever we feel like. We're invested
Exactly.
introverts.
Yeah.
We talk
Yeah.
about whatever we feel like. It's just us sitting here chilling, maybe late at night. Right now it's 10:14,
Yep.
maybe midday.
Hmm.
We don't know.
Yeah.
But where can we find you, Riley? What are
So,
your medias? Do you want them to follow you on Goodreads?
yeah. So my Goodreads is Riley T. Murray. I will link everything in the comment section. or in the description. So if you guys want to follow us, that'll all be there.
Everything is Miracle Santana. Yes, my name is Logan. Miracle is my middle name in English. I don't think I'm special. I think I am a ant on this planet.
Mhm.
But Logan Santana was taken after I changed my username from like your typical, like when you first got an Instagram, your first username, which is still my Snapchat name. And I changed it Logan Santana. Someone has Logan Santana out there. So it's Miracle Santana because my middle name is Spanish. It's Logan Milagro Santana. And you can know that because that's literally my acting name. So everything Miracle Santana, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. I don't use Twitter. It's X, but I'm logged out of it. I can't even get into it. But that's where you
And
can find us. It will be linked down below if you want to hear us read some books that you're interested in or talk about certain things. We can. We can also just talk about what we do. We'll probably do like a little update before next time, like how our week was going. I hope
yeah,
you're doing
yeah, we'll do
well.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope you're all
And
doing well. Drink water. Take care of yourself.
keep
Anything else,
reading.
Riley?
Just
Keep
keep
reading, keep
reading.
and
Exactly.
enjoy media. Invest your time into things you enjoy.
Exactly. Life is short. You gotta enjoy it.
Yeah, gotta enjoy it, or at least try to. Be proud that you did one thing that makes you happy each day. Little
Exactly.
things are so important.
All right. You guys have
Bye.
been listening to the Invested Introverts podcast.